All the things I've shown you come together in the book of Revelation. The temple connects to a great example in Revelation 11 called New Birth. Let's load that thread. Revelations also has a warning not to add or take away any words. So I will be very careful with this passage. God's temple that is in heaven was opened, and the ark of the Lord's covenant was seen in his temple. Lightnings, sounds, thunders, an earthquake, and great hail followed. Jesus is the ark. He carries God's covenant into eternity. The lightnings are flashes of revelation, a light source. The word sounds is actually voices, all the people who come to him. The thunders are the words of God, as Jesus teaches. The scribes and Pharisees bring in a woman. A great sign was seen in heaven, a woman, clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and on her head a crown of 12 stars. She was with child. She cried out in pain, laboring to give birth. The woman is the bride of Christ, whom God helps. The sun that clothes her is the glory of God. The child she carries is our hope. Her pain is Christ's suffering on the cross, the birth pains of death. Jesus writes on the ground. Another sign was seen in heaven. Behold, a great fiery red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his heads 7 crowns. The dragon is Satan. He leads many to depart and become written in the earth, which is most likely a symbol of death. Satan has the power of death, like a king. His tail drew 1/3 of the stars of the sky and threw them to the earth. His tail is the sting of sin. I suspect the stars are fallen souls, like the woman accused. Jesus will rescue her. The dragon stood before the woman who was about to give birth, so that when she gave birth, he might devour her child. People begin to leave, emptying the temple. You can almost see the souls disappearing, one by one, as the dragon eats them. The dragon has the power of death. Jesus remains with the woman whose accuser is gone. She gave birth to a son, a male child who is to rule all the nations with a rod of iron. Jesus is the son, the male child, the firstborn of the dead. The rod of iron is the power of God that shatters death, our accuser. The birth is a symbol of Jesus' death and resurrection. He brings the woman on earth with him, like a great multitude of angels who go into heaven. They go to a place where there are no dragons, no death. The heavenly woman is the place, a place of eternal life. Her child was caught up to God and to his throne. This is where the revelation of the risen God began, sitting on a throne in the temple. Revelations takes us through the death and resurrection of Christ. It's a doorway to eternity that Jesus opened with a great earthquake. Perhaps we'll see when that door was opened, and an important question remains.